Oh man, what's up YouTube? Man, it's cold outside. I'm in Houston, Texas. You know we don't play when it get cold outside. Excuse me. That temperature out there drops below 70 degrees. People start breaking out leather jackets. They start breaking out, the girls start breaking out them Ugg boots. We go crazy when it get under 70 over here. I think it's probably like 50-something degrees outside. So I'm sure a lot of y'all thinking, man, that ain't cold. I wear shorts at 50 degrees. Not here in Houston, Texas, man. But on the flip side of that, tomorrow, it'll probably be like 95, because that's how Houston works. Anyway, thanks for dropping in on me. I was wanting to have some hot chocolate, eat some cookies. Talk to y'all about these headphones I picked up. Samsung had a special. It was 2 for the price of 1. Buy one, get one free for these level-on headphones. So I decided to do a video to let you guys know, go pick these up, man. And I'm gonna do this review as an apology to you guys if you did pick them up, especially if you picked them up as Christmas gifts. I've already unboxed them, but I'm gonna unbox them here on camera for you guys so you can see what you get in the package. But spoiler alert, I don't like these headphones. So if that's all you need to see, go ahead and thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and get out of here. But if you want to see what I got to say, go ahead and stick around. Basically, it was buy one, get one free. These things retail for like 250 bucks. But I think the sale, they were on sale for like $129. So after tax, and I think it was free shipping too. So after tax, it was like $134, maybe $140. And I got 2. The other one is on the way. I actually called and canceled it this morning, and I'm actually returning these. I've already got my email, my RMA. But man, I was so excited. I had my hopes up for these things, man, because I've never had active noise cancellation headphones before, and I've never used the headphones with the swipe action, you know, that technology built in. Now my favorite headphones, the Sony 950 BTs, I think it's 950 BTs. They have NFC, so all you gotta do is tap your phone right there. If you're an Android phone with NFC, tap your phone and it connects. This has the same thing. Now I was looking forward to using a Samsung level app. Even though I'm not into like EQ apps and stuff like that, I was just looking forward to playing around with these because of the technology. But I expected for these things to retail at $249 to, you know, come with some serious sound, right? So yeah, let's get into this review, man. This is gonna be an unboxing and review. And y'all can also look at my video of the battle of the headphones. It's gonna be coming up next. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up tonight because these are in there too. But let's go ahead and unbox these. I like to unbox things from the bottom sometimes, just to preserve that sealed image. But you don't get much in the package. So okay, so you can decide what price point you want to rate these at, okay? Now, I do have some Bluetooth, I do have the Bluetooth T2S turbines that were $40 retail. I actually paid about, you know, 20-something bucks for them on a special too. And they're actually worth $40. I wouldn't mind paying $40 for those headphones if I had to. Okay, and those are being given away tomorrow actually to some lucky winner. But you rate these at the price point you want. They retail at $249, I believe. Cool. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they were on sale for $134. Okay. Now I'm gonna rate these at $249 because somebody paid for these headphones at retail price, and even for 150 bucks, 130 bucks. I'm not feeling the quality there, okay? So the packaging, you saw what just came out of this box. So you spend over $100, you really do expect to get, you know, a little bit more than this plastic right here. This is, I'm not feeling this, okay? So when it comes to presentation, I don't think they did a good job on presentation. Now, it's not that big of a deal because you're gonna take it out of the box, put the box in your closet, or even throw it away anyway. It's not that big of a deal, but you know, you want to charge premium prices for things, you give a premium presentation. That's just my personal feeling. But I ain't gonna ride them too hard for that. All right, you do get a carrying pouch. Carrying pouch versus carrying case. To me, I think if you're gonna go premium, $250, I think you should get a pouch. I'm sorry, I think you should get a case, you know, a hard case. This is actually a nice soft pouch, but it's something to protect your headphones. And I have, you know, put them in there. They fit in there nice and snug. But I think for $250, you really do need to be getting a hard case because a lot of headphones that don't even cost that much come with a hard case. So that's that right there. Okay, now you got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Nothing fancy about this. Don't expect nothing fancy, but it is gold plated and it feels like a quality a quality product here. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Then you get your USB charging cable. Same thing here. I don't expect much out of this. This is the same one you probably get with, you know, with any Samsung device. It actually, now it doesn't have any Samsung branding on it, but you know, it's their typical stuff. Nothing special. Don't even expect it. Now, any kind of booklets or anything, you get this, you know, folded up piece of paper right here. You get your little quick start guide right there. And then you're left with your headphones in this, you know, super duper cheap plastic. This is absolutely ridiculous. Let's just toss that to the side. All right, now these headphones. The build quality on these headphones is actually excellent. They are very, very comfortable. When you put them on, let me make sure I'm doing it right. All right. All right, they are very, very comfortable and they look good on the head. These are very stylish headphones. They're pretty slick. First thing I want to talk about as far as build quality is the color, okay? So they have, I think they come in, this is black sapphire. They come in white, they come in red, and they come in blue. Now, if you already have a blue, which is more like a party blue, it's like it's a very blue, right? Bright blue. But then you have this, all the other colors are great, but then they call this black sapphire. Now I know sapphire is a blue, right? But if you're gonna have the word black in there, you know, and you already have blue, you really do need to make these more on the side of blue. This is basically a very, very midnight blue. It's very blue. There's absolutely no black in here. So if you're looking for a black set of headphones, don't even bother clicking on a buy button for these, because these are not anywhere close to blue. If all your gear is black, these are just gonna throw it off. It's just gonna throw off the look. So that turned me off immediately when I saw the box and I saw how blue it looked. I mean, I'd even sell it for gray, but no, this is not gonna cut it for me as far as the color scheme. Now, you know, this might suit somebody else. If you like that midnight blue, that's great. But as far as build quality and the color, no, I'm not feeling it, because I feel like they almost lied to me, because it doesn't really look that blue on the website either. So let's move on from that. Now, as far as the plastic build quality, I do believe they use some good quality material in here, man. They don't rattle. The cushions are super soft. For on-ear headphones, these are about as comfortable as over-ear headphones. I mean, they did a good job with this cushion. It's not even that thick. It's just soft, okay? As far as the style, the way they look great if they were black. They look great. And they do fold up for portability. You can stuff them in that little bag right there. And I like the fact that they have this, this continual design right here, but then they have these little swivel cups. So, you know, when it gets on your ear, it can just lay and adjust where your ears may want them to fall. 40mm drivers. Then you got your buttons right here. You got your Bluetooth, and you actually, this is the on button, and then you push it forward and hold it for pairing. And then you got your ANC, your active noise cancellation button right there. And then you have your USB port right there. This looks like a mic right there, a little pinhole for a mic, and then you got your 3.5mm jack there. On the right ear cup, on the outside of that, actually, I'm sorry, let's go to the left. So on the left, that's where you tap your phone, and then it connects to your NFC. So that's nice technology built into this left ear cup. But on the right one, this is where all the magic happens. So you double tap to play, you swipe forward, it's a swipe touchpad. You swipe forward to go forward one track, and then you swipe backward to go back, and I guess you do a double swipe to rewind to the next track or previous track, and then swipe up for volume, swipe down for volume, and it works really well. I mean, I was actually pretty surprised and impressed on how well this thing works, because you can't even tell that there's any built-in technology in there. It looks like plastic, man. It looks like a piece of the headphones. So kudos to Samsung for that. But I know you buy headphones for style, you know, they're supposed to look good on your head, and this is where I get real upset, because I think they focus so much on the technology and the styling of these headphones, and they charge you for that, $250 for this. And then they give you the sound quality of a $40 pair of headphones. The reason why I said the sound quality of a $40 pair of headphones is because I've used the Bluetooth T2S turbines, and those retail at $40, and they sound almost identical to this, even with noise cancellation on. Now, when I turn these on, put them on my head, I was really expecting some, oh man, I was so let down. I cannot tell you how let down I was when I put these headphones on. I actually started swiping up thinking, okay, I got some more volume in here. I checked the volume on my phone, and I made sure this was all the way up. And then I read or I heard in some other reviews that if you turn on the ANC, it actually, you know, kind of amps it up a notch, brings in some more bass and, you know, a little bit more sound. I didn't, well, yeah, I mean, just a little bit. And the active noise cancellation actually really works well. You really can't hear much of anything. If you can read lips, then you can hear because you know what people are saying. But as far as sound, it doesn't come through. And so if you listen to these on the airplane, you got low volume or in a library or whatever, the ANC is really gonna work out for you. But you know, I don't really care. You know, I will blast my headphones and interrupt everybody around me. So that's my noise cancellation. Crank them some guns up, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about the noise cancellation, but I really do care about volume. Like they're not that loud at all. Well, they're loud. I have to say they're loud, but they're not loud. They're not $240 loud. They're not $250 loud, okay? And as far as bass response, they're not $250 bass response. You know, it doesn't warrant a $250 price tag. And like I said, they sound almost identical to the T2S turbines, which actually insults those headphones because those are quality headphones. I like those. If I didn't have to give them away to somebody tomorrow, I would not actually keep them. Maybe even give them to my son because they're good portable headphones that didn't cost a lot of money. Now these do those an injustice because they sound identical and they want to beat you over the head for $240 for them. So let's say you did get the special, buy one, get one free. So if you ended up paying $140 for two like I did, then you really just paid about $70 per headphone. Dude, these ain't even worth the $70 to be honest with you. Now the technology built in, the build quality, just the technology and the styling, that's what you're paying for. And this is what gets me angry about Beats. Let me tell y'all a quick story about Beats. I know this ain't about Beats. So my son wanted some Beats headphones and his mama finally got him some Beats headphones. And these headphones like $100 or something like that, maybe 120. I don't know, it's like Beats Solos, right? Those basic ones. And I'm thinking, man, you know, for $130, man, you better be getting something good. So I put them headphones on, and I'll be honest with you, they sound kind of like these, or maybe the T2Ss. And like I said, those T2Ss are good headphones, so I'm not trashing the way those Beats did because they sounded pretty decent, but they didn't sound $130 decent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? Okay, so that's when I thought, man, all you buying is that brand name. All you buying is that look of the headphones. You're just buying into the cool factor of the headphones. And that's what I feel like you're doing with here. Even if you paid $70 for these headphones, you know, because you got two, you paid too much money for these headphones. If you just want to look good that bad, go ahead and pick these up, man. But if you're looking for some good sound and some good headphones, you leave these in Samsung's warehouse and let them deal with that problem of overhead, because these do not have a place in my home. As soon as I get done with this review, I'm boxing these up and I'm gonna send them back to Korea. Samsung makes some great products, man. I've had several Samsung phones, the Notes, the S's. You know, I got a Gear VR here. I got chargers. I got all kinds of Samsung products, and they make great products. Matter of fact, I had a Samsung refrigerator. My watch is a Gear S3. But let me tell you, when it comes to music and sound, Samsung should actually just leave that to other companies, okay? Because right now I just feel like they're just, you know, throwing their hat in the ring, you know, and getting some money from the consumers for, you know, just headphones because they look cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. They just don't buy these headphones. And if you did because you saw my video, buy one, get one free, I apologize. Call Samsung up right now and tell them you want a refund, and they'll hook you up with an RMA. The clears, the mids and highs are there. It's just that this is not this is not $130 worth of headphone. It's not $240. It's not $250. It's not $70. These are $40 headphones. When you factor in the technology, yes, you do add a little extra cost in there, but I would rather pay $40 for these headphones without all the fancy stuff. I hope y'all understand what that means. But that's my review on my review or trashing of the Samsung Level On headphones, man. So here's another little thing. So when I got these, I was like, you know what? Let me give these a second chance. Let me play around with them a little bit. I played around with the app, and the app didn't make it sound any better. Yeah, you can tweak it a little bit, but I'm really not into that whole app stuff. Like, I just want to throw my headphones on my head and just play some music. I ain't got time to be messing around with apps. And then it made me think, well, I considered getting the level overs because, you know, they're bigger, they're supposed to be better. Everything's supposed to be better in the level overs, and they let you know that in the price tag too. But I was like, no, y'all ain't gonna get me again. because y'all mess around and do that same trick with me, you know, because they look good, they got all that extra padding, more technology. So you just beat me over the head again with that price tag, and then I'm stuck with this again. So that's why I didn't even bother trying the level overs, and I won't. I'm done with Samsung listening products, I guess you would say. They burned me pretty good on this. So once again, this is my review of the Samsung level on headphones, or if you want to say trashing of the level on headphones. I don't care what you say, man. I ain't never claimed to be an expert in this stuff. I'm just doing reviews on the stuff I like. But before I go, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and tap on that like button and smash on that subscribe button. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my hot chocolate, and I'll see y'all at the next one.